Do you guys watch TV? Good afternoon. My name is Nicole Hubbard. I'm the president of the Junior League of Tampa. Wanted to thank you all for coming out and spending a few moments with us to appreciate this collaborative project downtown. The Junior League of Tampa is a volunteer organization of 1,900 women strong. Our mission is to promote volunteerism, develop the potential of women, and improve communities. We stand behind human trafficking to bring awareness to this community, and this mural is just an example of that. To tell you how this got started was initiated and funded by the Junior League of Tampa, but I have to give Robin Nye back there, who's walking away right here, huge credit with the city. She's the director of the arts program, and I sat down with her and had a big meeting, and she has just been amazing and took it from there, and it's been teamwork from the start. Leon Bedore, who is the artist with Test One, is very sad he can't be here today. He's away out of town, actually on a project, but that needs to be completed ASAP, just like this one was. And he has such a generous and passionate heart. And so Robin put the bid out there, and he picked right up on it. And not only did he pick up on it, but he wanted to learn all about the issues around human trafficking. So it's been a wonderful collaborative project. Mike Victor with the TPD was around the table. We have some survivors here with the Free Network, Edie Ray and Connie Rose, Natasha, who runs Redefining Refuge, and Dottie Skipper, who couldn't be here today. She's actually training around human trafficking others in Nashville. But they were all part of this collaborative project, and speaking, Test One was able to really develop their vision through art. And what's so neat about this is we're able to give a social message through the arts. And so how powerful could that be if we could move messages like this around town? So thanks to the City of Tampa, the Police Department, Free Network, and of course, the best, Leon. I do want to say welcome to Nick Cox and Rita Peters of the Attorney General's Office, Rodney Crawford with the FBI, and Andrew Warren with the Hillsborough County State Attorney. Thanks for coming and being a part of this. And it's my pleasure to introduce Chief Eric Ward to talk a little bit about the issue in this area and how he's committed to fight human trafficking in Tampa.
Thanks, Nicole. Human trafficking is very real. It's ruining lives and families right here in our community. The more we can educate the public and raise awareness, the greater opportunity we have to rescue those that are being victimized. This mural helps us shed light on an issue that has been in the dark for far too long. Jointly with our partners from the FBI, the City of Tampa Police Department, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and some of our non-governmental agencies that assist us in helping these individuals get back on their feet are really making a difference. And we believe we can make a difference as the law enforcement community. Yearly, approximately 15 to 20 juveniles are rescued that have been victims of human trafficking. As always, these cases are very, very difficult to prosecute. The victims are reluctant to testify, but us as law enforcement won't let that stop us. We do our due diligence to make sure these victims are heard. We speak for those that can't speak for themselves. The majority of our predators average from 20 to 50 years in prison, and we can't do it alone without our partners from the State Attorney's Office. Eradicating this issue is more than just a law enforcement concern. It takes education and public awareness to an issue that's concerning to our community. I would like to thank the Junior League of Tampa for funding this project, the City of Tampa Arts Program, the Meridian Hotel for providing us with this beautiful canvas, and the artists for help bringing awareness to such an important issue. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Ward. It's my pleasure to introduce Becca Stevens. Becca is an international speaker that the Junior League of Tampa has brought in from Nashville, Tennessee. She's a CNN 2016 hero and a Champions for Change by the White House. She runs the largest social enterprise in Nashville, and we're happy that she's here for this unveiling, but we're going to hear from her tonight. It's free and open to the public at Tampa Theater. Doors open at 6:30 and the program starts at 7:30 if you're interested. But more from Becca here. Thanks.
Thank you to the Junior League and for everybody that has been a part of this. We just flew in this morning with the team. There's Ty and Kristen and Brooke, and we are a part of a large network of small communities of women survivors around the country so that advocates and survivor leaders can work together to help bring women in off the streets and out of prisons and away from human traffickers. We, on average, the women that we have served for the last 20 years are first rate between the ages of 7 and 11. And on average hit the streets between 14 and 16 years old. Women do not go to the streets by themselves. It takes a broken community and broken systems to get them out there. And so it makes sense that it takes a community to welcome the women home. What this mural means, it's a reminder that the community has not forgotten, that we love those women and we love them without judgment, and we welcome them and want to be a part of their healing. At Thistle Farms, we believe that love is the most powerful force for social change. It is deeper and wider than all the issues that drive women to the streets, and it can help heal all of us in a community. We know that when you addict, traffic, and abuse women, the whole community suffers. And when we bring them home and remind them there is a way home, we are all healed and a part of a great community. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of it, and I look forward to talking to everybody.
Next, we're going to hear from Andrew Warren with the State Attorney's Office.
First of all, thank you very much to the Junior League for having the initiative to unveil the beautiful mural, and for all our law enforcement partners here today, especially our Attorney General, who has shown tremendous leadership on this issue. Human trafficking is a scourge upon our country, our state, and our community here in Hillsborough County. We've been working from day one with our law enforcement partners and other agencies to combat this important stain in our society. What we need to recognize, however, starts with this mural. So many victims are unwilling to come forward. So many victims are unwilling to be heard and to share their story and to let the process take its course so we can prosecute those who are responsible for these victims. I, as state attorney, as the father of 2 daughters, refuse to stand by quietly as our daughters, our sisters, our community are victimized in silence. Again, I thank the Attorney General, Chief Ward, and all our law enforcement partners for their leadership on this issue. Thank you.
Thank you. And now to hear from Attorney Pam Bondi, who is not only passionate about ending human trafficking here in Tampa, but statewide. Thank you so much, Pam.
And thank you to my fellow league members for everything you do with human trafficking. I'm so proud of all of you out there. You're amazing women. And, you know, this is living among us. And it makes it different than any other crime, and it makes it harder to prove than any other crime, because these traffickers are taking these victims out in public. Some men think they're picking up a prostitute, still a crime, but it could very well be a victim of human trafficking, and that's what they need to know. Their families are threatened. The signs to look for, if they feel like they don't belong with that companion, if they have bruising, if someone else is controlling their money, their identification, there are many signs to look for. And you can go to our website, youcanstopht.com, to see the many signs of that. But I just again want to thank the league, and thank you to our incredible survivor and all these great women who are here today who are fighting to combat human trafficking. And it's not just young women and women who are victims. it's men. And State Attorney Warren can tell you there are little boys often who are trafficked as well. And you know, one thing we do in Florida, I'll say this all the time, better than any other state in the country, we all work so well together. Chief Ward, our Sheriff's Office, our FBI, our DEA, all of our great men and women in law enforcement, and we work great with all of our state and federal partners. And that's why bringing awareness to this is how we're going to stop this horrific problem around our country. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for attending today. I just want to say there are some survivors that are here that would love to speak with you all if you want to interview, as far as Becca herself, Pam, and the whole crew. So we'll be happy to speak with you after. Thanks again.